Hey, what's up, fam? In this video, we're going to be looking at one of those tools that is quickly becoming one of my absolute favorites. Full transparency, I got my hands on it a week or so ago. Yesterday was the first time that I spun it up and started playing with it, and immediately fell in love with it. And yeah, it is so good. I've added it to my permanent tech stack. Speaking of tech stack, I will show you that here in a second. But in this video, I'm going to show you, like, unrehearsed. We're going to do this together. I have no idea what's going to happen. Based on my experience in using it, I expect nothing but amazing results. But the unique proposition of this video is we're going to look at using these tools for, enhancing content of a directory, because that's what we're all here for, right? RightBlogger has tons of videos, tons of resources for how to use their products. I'm not trying to recreate the wheel here and create a guide that's going to take me multiple days to curate and then do a video and all that stuff when they've already done all of that stuff. Okay, so we're going to look at this in a specific real world hypothetical example of directory content. Okay, so quickly back to that tech stack comment. If you look at any of the content, the guides, CSS, packages, code snippets, whatever, in the side panel, you're going to see a link to a card for my tech stack. Okay, once you get into that, you're going to see in real time all of the tools that I use to run my own businesses. Okay, my own directories, that sort of thing. So if you scroll down to SEO and analytics, you will see a link to RightBlogger here. This is an affiliate link. That is not why I'm doing this video. It is because I really like this tool. There's a ton more videos that I can be doing here, but it's fresh in my mind. Like I said, I just played with it yesterday and fell in love. So I thought I would do a video. Use my link. Don't use a link. Don't use my link. It's totally fine. We're going to get into the pricing here in a bit, and you'll see that they have a generous free tier to get you started. But more importantly, I just wanted to show you, if you ever have a question about what Ryan is using to run his own businesses, then this is where you can go to see that. Okay. So RightBlogger. The idea is to give you a bunch of AI tools to create great content faster, as their slogan shows right here on their homepage. Over 75, I think they have 78 tools at the time of this recording. AI tools just for us creators out there. Okay, let's quickly look at the pricing. This is that generous free tier I was telling you about. So if you just want to get a lay of the land, see how the dashboard, get most of the tools, how they look, how they function, albeit in some cases at a limited level, definitely check out that free trial. But I would say it's mainly just to see get a feel for how it works. And the overall sense that you have from the company and that sort of thing. Obviously, poke around the website, do your due diligence and things like that, like I have. Yeah, check out the reviews. Seem to have very glowing reviews, and I can see why after my previous testing with this. But as I said, I have not done any of the things that we're going to do in this video. I have not done specifically for directories or anything like that. I just did it for my own website. So we're going to see the results together in real time. Looking at their paid plans, some might say, oh, that's a little costly for my business. But the thing you have to keep in mind is you can use this. It's unlimited, right? So unlimited usage. That's a key thing here. So if you have multiple websites, if you have doing work for clients, this cost it's nothing. You should be charging enough money in your agency, your business, to absorb that cost. It's an investment in your business, right? If you're running one website, I'm not going to go out there and say that this is inexpensive, because I don't know everyone's situation. For me, in my situation, just because especially because I run multiple websites, but even if I just had one, the cost is a no-brainer. And then if you pay yearly, you see that you get the 2 months free. Okay, so it becomes even more and more affordable. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to close this browser down because I'm not logged in here. Once you're logged in, all the pricing stuff goes away, which is a nice touch on their part. So here I am in my account. I'm going to quickly go over to my profile, and what I want to look at here is the my tone. I guess I could have just gone straight into that. So here, what I did was I punched, you have the option. You can put in, just click on this text sample, and you can type in whatever you want here. Give them an idea of your tone, your writing tone. So put in keywords and things like that. Friendly, energetic, expert, knowledgeable, funny, like whatever those keywords are, you can drop in there. What I did for my initial testing is I went in and, let's go back here. I went in and punched in a URL. So I clicked on that. I dropped in the link for my about page. And the reason I chose my about page is because that is one of the most important pages on my website for people to get to know me. So if I want people to get to know me, I want to use my tone, use the exact tone, write in my exact tone. And it came across once I punched that in, it generates this prompt from the URL that you put in. And this is the title. This is what it came out with. Friendly, expert driven, and trust building. And that, I made no edits to that. That's exactly how I want to come across to all of you all, is friendly, expert, show expertise. I'm expert driven. I want to build trust, and it shows there, trust building. So it was perfect. I didn't make any changes to it. So before you create any content, I recommend setting a tone. Now you do have the option when you go to create the content, you can pick and choose some pre-made tones in there on the fly. So that is another great option. But I wanted to set my tone right off the bat. And you can fetch multiple URLs to build up those tones and build multiple tones. Okay. You do have a knowledge library option here. And what this does is it allows you to basically build up your AI database, if you will. You're essentially building up your own little model behind the scenes of all the knowledge that you have, whether it's websites or whatever. So if you click add knowledge, you can just punch in another URL on your website. I could put in, for example, MyListing starter sites in here, and it's gonna build that library with things that I've, content that I've already written, pulling in that data, that product information, that sort of thing. You build this knowledge library so that RightBlogger can not only pull from your tone, but also pull from your knowledge. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and look at the tools now. So we start here where we are in all tools, and then you'll see here at the very top, at the time of this recording, 78 tools. That's just crazy. And I have the unlimited plan. So you get to use all these tools. Okay, so let's say that we were going to write a blog post about a directory that has to do with fitness. So the club has a starter site for fitness. So let's go ahead, we'll pull that up just to show you what I mean. You know what, maybe we'll do weddings. Let's do weddings. There we go. So here's the wedding starter site from the club. And let's see, we go here under more, and let's go to, actually it's under articles. Sorry, it's right there in front of my face. So you want to build out your blog posts. Let's come in here. These are just temporary hypothetical blog posts that I put in here, templates for you to fill in if you happen to buy the starter site. But let's say we wanted some real world content in here, okay? So I would jump over here to the tools, and let's see, what would I want to do here? Article writer, generate a full article using a topic or keyword. Okay, you could dive right into that. But what if you don't know what your keywords are yet? You could jump over here and do, probably jump over into the keywords. So I would dive down here into the keyword research. Just pop into there. And let's do keyword wedding venues. Maybe you serve a particular region. Let's go with United States. Wedding venues, United States. Okay, we're just going to stay with the country, United States. Target language we're going to leave as is, and we'll click submit here. All right, so when you come in here, and this another really cool thing is that this potentially or pretty much does eliminate the need for some of those tools out there for finding out what the competition is going to be for those keywords. You can see that here. I come from an SEO background, so I know this stuff, but if you're not familiar, you can just research it or hover over here, over these little tooltips here, and it tells you what the stuff is. But depending on your approach here, you want to try to find like, high volume, low competition, things like that. Find that perfect fit. Just don't go, to the top one here. They're not put in necessarily the order that you want to go with. It just depends on what you're trying to write about. Okay, so let's just hypothetically say, let's see, best wedding venues in the United States. This has a high volume, medium competition. Let's find a low here. Okay, let's go low competition, best places to get married in the US. That's great. All right, let's just click that copy icon there. Let's go back over here and hypothetically say, if we were editing this post, we would now have one of our sets of keywords, right? And you would paste that in to the WordPress editor as your keyword. And you know what we could actually do? Let's take this a step further here. And let's go into the back end of this starter site and look at it for real. So I'm just getting logged in here real quick, and then we will check this out. All right, cool. All right, so let's go into one of our posts. I'm actually going to get rid of my face here just to clear up some screen real estate. All right, so let's just hypothetically say this is our post. We're going to go into the post. And we're going to grab that best places to get married in the US. We're going to come back to our post. And I use SEO Press for all of my sites and all of my client sites. So I'm going to come in here, and we have our title, we have our meta description, and then you can come down in here and you can put in your target keywords. So I'm just going to paste that in. And that's just our first set that we're using. We could stop there. We could do more. Then you can click this refresh analysis, and it's going to help you determine what steps you need to take to make that post better, what should be improved. SEO Press is going to walk you through that. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll just stop there. I'm not going to save any changes here because I don't want this to be on actual live starter site. But SEO Press Pro is also included in every starter site if you weren't aware of that. And so I've got let's just say we've got our keywords. We're good to go. Let's go back to all of our tools. The next thing is we're also assuming that we know like what we want to write about, right? So you could also jump in here and do like a post ideas if you want to get an idea, some things to write about. Let's put in that same target, that topic keyword that we already found, best places to get married in the US. We'll leave the language as English. We'll set our tone and writing style. I'll just go with the one that I generated earlier. And you've got some, like I said, RightBlogger has really nice videos and guidance. Okay, so definitely check out that stuff if you have any questions, or reach out to them. All right, so blog post ideas. So we come up here, top 10 beachfront venues for a dream wedding in Maui, Hawaii. Breathtaking desert weddings, top venues in Sedona, Arizona. I mean, this really, really awesome stuff. And you can click this edit and run again. So if you want to slightly tweak this, like maybe type in Europe and then generate again. Lots and lots of stuff there. Okay, so we've got some post ideas. We've got our keyword. There's just so many things that you can do here. So what I'm going to do, just because I played with this yesterday, like I said, what I'm going to do is we'll go ahead and do the article writer. We've got our topic keywords. Let's go ahead and jump into the article writer. I'm going to punch in that same topic keyword, best places to get married in the US. I'm going to select my tone, and you've got options here. They're going to spit out an outline, which is really cool. You're going to see in a second. You have the option to edit that, or you can toggle that off. We're going to leave that toggled. Include images. Do you want RightBlogger to go out and try to fetch images on the web that's relevant to this topic and keyword? I'm going to leave that off. Include links. Same thing. Do you want to go out, find relevant links to include to the article? I'm going to leave that off for the purposes of this video. And real-time knowledge. Use real-time knowledge from the web when generating your article. So the first one is images. Do you want to go out and grab images? The next one is, do you want to go out and grab links? Next is, do you want to go out and grab actual content that's going to help with your content, generate your content. I'm going to leave all of those off here just to show you the power of RightBlogger as it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and click generate. So as we see here, in less than a minute, we have an outline that has tells you what you need to punch in here. Post title, introduction, gives you a great set of headings to put in. Gives you that heading structure. Obviously, your post title is going to be your H1. Your introduction could be your excerpt, your post excerpt, or you can do pull. You can pull part of that introduction to create your excerpt of your post. Then you've got some H2 examples and some H3 examples, and they do it perfectly here. I typically wouldn't go for an article like this. I wouldn't go drill down any further than H3s. So that's great. And then they give you the idea for a conclusion at the bottom. And then so you know the stuff that you need to fill in. If I click on this pencil here, you'll see, we have, you can give more instructions here if you want to regenerate this, save it, and regenerate again. You can manually add outline items to this. You can remove them, that sort of thing. But they give you that perfect outline to now fill in your information. I'm going to open tools here in another screen. So like I said, that post title is going to be your H1. You need to come up with that post title. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to, where's that post title? Right here. Use the post title tool. Let's paste in our keyword, our topic keyword, choose our writing style, and generate. You also have the option here to give it additional instructions and creativity. There's a little slider here, and they just give you tooltips all along the way to really help you find your way through this amazing stuff. So definitely check that out. All right, let's click generate. All right, so within a matter of seconds, we've got, looks like 10 options here to choose from. Top 10 scenic way. Yeah, let's go here. You can click tools, and it's going to take you, give you some options here, some quick links to tools, generate the article from it, generate an outline, generate tweet ideas. We're just going to copy this top one here. Also, if you scroll down to the bottom, you have the option of liking or disliking what's produced here. So if you like what they've done and you click like here, you're telling RightBlogger that you agree with what they're producing, and they're going to produce more of it. If you dislike it, you're telling their language model, their database, that, hey, this wasn't the greatest experience. Now, your vote doesn't trump everyone else's. It's a cumulative effect, okay? But you can vote on what your thoughts are there. Another option you have that's really cool there, if you're working with team members or clients, you're producing, you can say, hey, do you like any of these post title ideas? You can click share here, drop in an email for them, include a share link, and off you go. Right? Really, really cool stuff there. But like I said, we're just going to copy this title, and we're going to paste it right in here into our post title. That's cool. Going back to our outline, the next thing is our introduction. Let's say we don't really have an idea for our introduction, which may also be our excerpt of our post. Let's go back to our tools. What can we do here? Post introduction. They give you a tool for that. Let's drop in our keyword. You see like a reoccurring theme here. Let's put in, let's put something, let's change here. Let's do fun and quirky. So we're going to change up our tone and writing style just for the introduction to kind of get them, hooked and in a good mood and wanting to read the rest of the post. So let's do fun and quirky and generate. Very cool. So it even tells you how fast this stuff is. All right, we're just gonna copy this right here. Let's copy that first one. I like it. We're gonna go into our post hypothetically, and you would edit it however it is that you edit your post. I recommend doing it in the WordPress default block editor these days. So you would just come into the block editor. Let's go ahead and do this. Just so I can give you the full experience here. I'm going to add a test post here, and we're going to paste that introduction right there. Okay. So I'm going to go back here just so I don't make any of these changes to the live website, and you can see how I would actually do this. So we've got our post title. Close this down, and what else do we do here? Our keywords. So let's go ahead and where did I have that? I'm gonna grab it. See if I can grab it from here before I close this. You know what? Let's just go back into the RightBlogger tools. Let's go to our keywords. It should be stored in here. I'm guessing it is. Let's go to my profile. Maybe it's over in there. It's not in there. It's not in there. Here we go. Nope, that's not our keywords. All right, so that's something to remember, is to keep your keywords handy. So one thing that we could do, go back to this post. Best places to get married in the US. All right. Let's go over here into the knowledge library. I'm going to see if I can add some knowledge. I can't do that. Text. Yeah, here we go. Best places to get married in the US. There might be a better way to do this. I just want to make sure this gets saved somewhere. So I'm going to click add knowledge. Just for now. Okay, so let's go back over here. And if the RightBlogger guys happen to see this, and you can tell me like maybe I missed something there. Okay. So I'm going to drop back in here into my target keywords, drop that in. Now we can just get rid of this post without saving any changes. Okay, so we've got our title, we've got our keyword added, we've got our introduction. Let's see, what else would we need next? We've got that our outline here. So we've got just working our way through here. We've got our post title, we've got our introduction. We need an H2. Okay, so maybe this is what we want here. So let's just assume that that's what we want. Let's double click into that, copy it. Let's go back to our post, and let's drop in an H2, which is with WordPress, and the default block editor is the default. We're going to drop that in. We come down here, and they give you instructions. Discuss why Napa Valley is a popular wedding destination. Okay, so that's where you would drop in here, drop down a line, and this is where you would do that. So if you were doing this for a client, you could do it this way. Copy this, paste that in here, and just say, hey, Jan, you need to fill in this, help me fill in this paragraph, or give me some keywords, or give me some of your thoughts, or whatever, and then I'll help you generate the content for this. Or you can just do it for the client. If you're a copywriter or just doing this stuff on their behalf, you could RightBlogger gives you the instructions on what they think that you should do there. Okay, so you'd fill that in the paragraph, and then they're telling you here in the outline, the next up thing we would do is an H3. All right, vineyard venues. Okay, so this is going to be an H3. Building that that SEO structure with proper heading semantics. Okay, dropping that in. Vineyard Vineyards, does it give us anything in here? Let's double click into it. Detail the allure of getting married. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to drop that in. That's more text. Obviously, you're going to want to put actual text in here. This is just instructions. And you just keep working your way through and you build this out as you want. All right. Say we get to the bottom now and it's time for a conclusion. So let's go back to our RightBlogger tools and post conclusion. I've got a tool for literally everything. And you don't have to keep putting the same topic and keywords in there. You can change them up. I'm going to open my knowledge in another tab here. All right, let's see here. Best places to get married. So I'm dropping that keyword, topic keyword. I can add additional keywords here. I'm going to put my writing style back in and generate. This is something I admittedly I've struggled with over the years, doing SEO for myself and for clients, is the conclusion. It's like, it's just, I always struggled with it. So now I'm excited to really use this portion of the tool to do those better. Once you do these, some of these tools give you, you get the options, tells you exactly how many words, again, the thumbs up, thumbs down, quick links to tools here. They give you, depending on the tool, you're going to get different tool options from this quick toolbar here. Then you can do the share, like I showed you earlier. You can download these content ideas to your computer, or you can copy them all. Okay. But I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to copy this first one. I'm just going to assume that I like it. Obviously, you're going to want to vet this, check it for yourself, make sure it's what you want. Okay. And then let's just say that we come down here. And remember, in the outline, conclusion. So let's go ahead. We'll drop that down. We're going to call it heading. Give it a heading. It's an H2. I'm just going to call it conclusion. You can call it whatever you want. Obviously, maybe you can find another opportunity to put keywords in here that you haven't used for the conclusion. All right. So we've dropped that in. Save it. Save the draft here. So we come down here, we've got our title, we've got our meta description automatically that's generated with SEO Press. We've got our target keywords in here. Let's go ahead and refresh, click this refresh analysis button within SEO Press just to see where we're at. And you just work through here. This is a little side tangent, but you work through here and you work through the analysis and you try to get as many of these as green as possible. And that way you have a well-optimized post in terms of SEO, okay? Lots of other things you can do here with SEO Press. It's not the point of this video. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and close the outline. So let's go back here and look at the tools here. So let's assume we've got that article. It's SEO'd up. It's great. Down the road, you want to write more. You can come in here, generate a list of blog post ideas. So you could use that tool to come up with additional posts. When you're doing these directories, especially at the very beginning, content is very thin. That's why I recommend category pages and region pages. So you could actually use this tool to create those. Don't just think of this as blog posts. This is all content. So you want to get that content build up. Specifically speaking of the blog posts, I always recommend that when you launch your website, you have 3 posts to start. And the reason for that is that to show people that they can expect that you're going to be giving them articles, tips, tricks on an ongoing basis. Don't just start your website, launch your website with an empty blog. Give them something to sink their teeth into so they keep coming back, as well as the search engines. You want Google or whatever to have a reason to come back to your site for content. With directory websites, it's very important that you build this out, especially to start, so the search engines have a reason to keep coming back. Okay, you can't just have listings out there with thin content. It's just not going to work for SEO. You've got to build up that content. Okay. Check the club website for region pages, category pages, author pages, things of that nature. Okay. So you can use the Smart Suggest. You can use post ideas, similar. It's a similar idea. Generate a list of blog post ideas from a topic or keyword. Get yourself on a writing schedule if you can, a calendar, like so you're regularly producing content, and you can use whatever comes out of these tools to build those calendars. Okay. Post outline we went over, post title we went over, post introduction we went over. Paragraph, generate a paragraph from a phrase or keyword. So let's say you're in that blog post and you wanted to fill in this section here for what about this right here? Discuss why Napa Valley is a popular wedding destination. So I would probably just copy that, come back over here, open the paragraph tool, punch that in, choose my paragraph length. We'll just go with automatic. Choose my tone. I'm going to go back with my tone that I generated. Let's go ahead and generate this. All right, same thing, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down gives you the words, the tools, the share, the download options, copy. All right, I'm just going to copy. I'm going to jump back into my post, and I'm going to replace that with that. Boom. Okay. Now we are talking about AI here. So you have, my recommendation is to use AI as a tool, but not to use verbatim. So you can, there's a debate out there. As far as I know, there's no proof that using 100% AI generated content is going to hurt you. It's not to say that it won't in the future, because if everybody's doing the same thing, you can imagine that same content floating out there on the website could hurt you. So to be absolutely sure that that's not going to be the case, maybe don't use this stuff verbatim. Go in here and add your own twist, your own words, just bolster it with your own thoughts. Don't just go in there and change stuff to change stuff. The main goal is helpful content. That's what Google, for example, looks for, is like helpful content. They can tell if you're just trying to BS your way through it and just put filler words in there. Make this stuff really useful to your community and the web as a whole. Okay. Go back to our tools. We've looked at how we would use the paragraph, and I didn't even play with some of these yet. There's a lot of these I haven't even played with, like that paragraph one. I have not touched that before. That's cool. We did that on the fly together. We did the post conclusion. FAQs. FAQs are super powerful. Especially with SEO, if you use fact schema, FAQ schema, that also can really help with your SEO. So let's just come in here. Let's punch in. Probably going to want to use my keywords here, so I'm just going to use those. Again, we'll go with my writing style, my tone. I think in this case, I think I want to go out and I want to grab some knowledge from the web. So let's go ahead and give that a shot. What are people asking about? Let's go out and look on the web and just see some of the questions and see, maybe even pull from some of the content that other people have put out there to answer questions. Beautiful. That's great. Let's use it. Copy it. Let's come back over here. I would probably drop this. An argument can be made to put the FAQs before the conclusion. Let's go ahead and we'll put it at the end, just for the purpose of this video. You can call this FAQs or frequently asked questions. Up to you there. Google is smart enough to know the difference. Actually, they gave it to us. I don't even need to do that. There you go. Even better. It's got the keywords in there. FAQs, best places to get married in the US. Beautiful. All Awesome. Yeah, depending on how it is that you build your content, we're using the default block editor here. So you want to find a way to get that FAQ schema in there. If you're using Elementor, for example, to build, maybe you've got an FAQ, a way that you insert FAQs with Elementor. They have an option to turn on fact schema, so make sure you do that. Yeah, definitely check that out, fact schema, if you can. All right, so we've got that in there. This post is looking, it's super powerful. Once you fill in all of these headings, make, the headings, the paragraphs, keep working down here through the SEO press stuff. You're going to have a super powerful post, and you can see how fast you can do this, right? A lot of my clients, a lot of times they get paralyzed when I work with them, and I'll come back and it's like they haven't created any posts, and I'll ask why, and they'll say it's because they just got paralyzed. They didn't know where to start. I think if I send them this video, like, I think it's gonna empower them to empower you to not be paralyzed anymore. It's just, you see how simple this is. I'm not doing any crazy magic here. There's no crazy SEO tools that you need to go out and buy. On top of this, you can just use this. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Newsletter. Generate a newsletter using points to convey an article or a YouTube video URL. Okay, that is awesome. I have a newsletter. I always tell people they should have a newsletter. So let's just see what this does. Oh, okay, I see here. So you can put in the keywords. We're not going to do that. Let's say article URL. So you could say, okay. Let's say that we published this. I'm going to go ahead and just publish it. I'll take it off the Val site once we get done here. Okay, so this is published. Let's copy the URL. So we can actually dive over into here. I have not used this yet, so we're using this on the fly. We're going to punch in the URL of the actual article that we just wrote. Okay, we don't have any of what this will come up with when you do this the right way is you're going to have the social knowledge graph image is going to be in here properly and things of that nature. But you can see here it's pulling the right post. Newsletter type. So we've got automatic, promotional, event. That's really cool. So you have all kinds of different options, or you can just use the AI to automatically come up with the type of post to create for your newsletter. Tone and writing style. I'm going to go ahead and use mine. Include a link. If selected, you can provide a URL for an article or YouTube video will be linked. That's awesome. That's what you want. You want to link back automatically to your original article for SEO purposes. That is awesome. Let's generate that. My juices are flowing right now. Like, this is for real, guys. This is one of my favorite tools right now. And just a short time I've used it. It's not blowing smoke up your butt. Like, I love this thing. So imagine this. I have a newsletter. Let's say I wrote about the Val starter site and I added a feature. Now I write a post about it. I can now create a newsletter to blast out and link back to my post about the new Val feature. Super, super cool. Copy. And like I said, just as a constant reminder here, you can share this if you're working with other team members or clients. Share this with them. Hey, what do you think about this? Do you like it? Should we add it to your website? Any changes you would like to make? Mark it up, send it back to me. Let me know. Then I'll punch it back in here again. It's just awesome. All right, I'm going to copy this hypothetically, and I'm going to drop this into a newsletter post, a newsletter email, and blast it out. And it's going to have a link to the article that I wrote. I'm going to use this probably as soon as I get off this video. I'm going to go to start to use that. I'm not even kidding. What's up next here? List. Generate an HTML list of information from a phrase. All right, let's check that out. I'm not sure we're going to go through every single tool here. There's just some of it I kind of want to see in real time with you what this stuff does. Let's put my writing tone in there. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I think this. Oh, another thing too is like, so this is a cool thing too. So there's the content and then there's the chat. So you can have a conversation with RightBlogger about, working through. Oh, I see. I totally missed list generator. Duh. So it generated a list. Here's the list. Okay. I glossed over that, but you can have a chat with RightBlogger. Chat with RightBlogger creations. Ask follow-up questions and requests about the content you just created with this tool. If you've used any AI tools out there, I shouldn't say any, but the most popular ones for sure, you can have chat conversations with them to fine tune, to talk to the AI and work out the details of your content. So you could actually do that here. Or you could click like a preset button in here. It's going to start chatting with the AI and fine tune. So you see how now it's breaking down those points even more. Oh. All right, I'll just say it one more time. Like, this is an awesome tool, man. This is like genuine excitement here. This is not affiliate stuff, like genuine excitement. Loving this. All right. Listicle Writer. It's a similar thing to List. If you know what if you've ever seen a listicle post, it's kind of like a list. It's going to go out and create a list of all kinds of things. This one allows you, though, to grab more images, links, that real-time knowledge from the web, things of that nature. Grammar Fixer. So what I'm curious about is, so I use Grammarly. I use the paid version of Grammarly. It is not cheap. So what I'm thinking is, could I eliminate Grammarly? Let's say I've got this right here. I'm assuming RightBlogger does the grammar off the bat for you. So let's punch this in and see. It's also going to depend on your tone, right? So based on my tone, maybe it's not exactly right. And that wouldn't be, it depends on what tone that I chose when I generated the content, whether that RightBlogger's grammar and spelling fixer, especially the grammar side of things that thinks that something should be changed. So it depends on how you generated that content. Let's find out here. All right, let's see here. Previous creation. Okay, so that's just the top notch. So I'm just looking for there are, let's see, couples love top notch. So it looks like the exact, I'd have to do a comparison side by side. It looks to be exactly the same, which is what I would expect because RightBlogger generated that content for me using my writing style earlier. Okay, so I would expect it not to find grammar changes or spelling errors. Okay, so that's awesome. But I'm back to that Grammarly thing. The one reason I recommend Grammarly is it can work right there in your browser in real time to point out issues. But if you are willing to punch things into RightBlogger before pasting it into your website, then you could eliminate that tool. It just depends on the convenience that you're going for. Paraphrase. If you get stuck, and you need to paraphrase something, like you just maybe something this doesn't sound exactly right, or you want to bolster something that your thought. Like an example here, I love camping because I get to use my orange tent. I hate weddings in hot weather. Okay, let's put something fun and quirky there. Let's do that. So instead of being, I hate, it's going to come back, it's going to paraphrase. I can't stand weddings when it's scorching outside. So it's a friendlier way of saying what I was trying to say there. And I apologize, my dog was barking there. Yeah, so let's continue on here. Let's see if we want to investigate any of these others. My dog is getting restless. I apologize. Let me pause this. All right, guys, sorry about that. Had to get the doggos under control. But as you can see here, live, unrehearsed, unedited, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and dive in again. Let's just see which tools we want to look at specifically. Some of these are just self-explanatory. We won't go through all of these again or at all. Definitely check it out on your own, though. And as you can see here, I think you're going to fall in love with this right away. But we've got a rewriter tool here, rewrite a paragraph or phrase. If you want to shorten a paragraph, expand if you want to expand upon a phrase or keyword into a paragraph. We looked at the keyword research, which is super powerful, and that can eliminate having to pay for or use separate tools for that. People also ask, so that's a way to go out on the internet and see what other people are asking and try to answer those questions as part of your content. That is a very powerful SEO strategy. If you want to check for backlinks, that is really cool. Let's actually maybe check this out. Let's put in the RightBlogger website. All right, so you can come in here and find out all of the backlinks. Find those. Again, this eliminates another tool. Domain rank, page rank, first seen, super awesome stuff, man. I just said it, keep saying it. I cannot wait to I'm going to spend so much damn time in here. This is going to be a massive time suck for a good reason. Meta title. So looking back at our post, come down here. So just because you have the title of your post may not mean that that's what you want to display. Maybe you want the meta to have your key. You want the meta title to have like those keywords and stuff in there for SEO, but maybe you want to display it differently. Okay, so come in here. Let's say this is your SEO. We'll call it your SEO version of your title. You could come down into here and paste that to override. Within SEO Press, you're saying, I want to override my title with this SEO optimized title, but I actually want the title of my post just to be this. Like, I don't need to have that. I don't need to show that updated portion in there. So this is how it's going to display on the front end to your users, your audience. But underneath, this is going to be your meta title. Okay, which is important for SEO. Okay, so what this tool here is in RightBlogger is a way to generate that meta title based on your phrase or keyword. Okay, so it's going to generate something good and juicy to put in here, or you can just, it depends how you come at this. Like if you use the path that we've already done in this video, then that's generated for you. All right, same thing, meta description. So with SEO Press, it's gonna find. And you can fine tune this in SEO Press, but it can come in here and it can automatically determine your meta description based on the parameters that you put, okay, in SEO Press to automatically generate that. Or you could come in here and use RightBlogger to produce a meta description for you. You would grab that, copy it, and paste it in, and then SEO Press is going to give you guidance on the length, if it's too long, that sort of thing. So it's just as it says, this section is SEO tools. That's exactly what we're talking about here. Generate a recommended permalink. Generate a recommended SEO slug based on your post title. That's awesome. Image caption. Generate an image caption or alt text using a photo. That is really, really cool. That's one of the things that I struggle with myself. But it's really important to get that in there. Sometimes I'm just lazy and I try to get past it but what I do is I use SEO Press to automatically generate that for me. But sometimes you need to do more. And that's where this tool will really be awesome to create that for you. Another one is like SEO Press can't detect tone. So as you can see here, we have the option to not only do like social, post, alt text, accurate for a good blog caption, et cetera, but then you can choose your tone. That is where this tool would really set itself apart from what SEO Press can do. So if you need to do a bit more with those descriptions or those image captions rather, then that's where this is important. That's, back here too, to the, let's go back to our meta description. Same thing, that tone and writing style is just key here if you want to override what you're doing with your automation tools. And the same with the meta title, that tone, super important. What else do we have here? Content gap, generate a comparison between two articles. That's interesting. So you can punch in two URLs here and do a comparison. They've got a video on this. I'm probably going to watch this myself once I get off here. What's it say here? Powerful tool that utilizes AI to generate a comparison between two articles. This tool is designed to help you find gaps in your content and identify opportunities for improvement. All right, super cool. We'll move on. I'll take their word for it on that. I have no reason to doubt that it's going to do something awesome. Keyword cluster, generate a keyword cluster from a phrase or keyword. All right. As you see here, every tool has a video and instructions. Really, really cool. All right, we're going to skip over that. And Google Preview. Preview and optimize your Google search snippets. Man, that is awesome. I didn't even know it did that either. Meta title. So let's go back to our meta title here. We would grab that, paste that in here. Same thing with our meta description. Let's hypothetically say we had one, we punched that in. It's going to show you exactly what that would look like right here in the preview tool. That's awesome. Social tools, social bio. This video is going to be too long if I go through all these. So I'm just going to highlight some of these here. YouTube video ideas. So you guys know I'm obviously doing a video here that is going to go on YouTube. I highly recommend you guys start a YouTube channel for whatever business that you're doing. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world next to Google. That's all you need to know. You need to be producing content on YouTube. So I'm going to massively use this. Yeah, massively going to use this. Let's just do this together. Directory SEO in my writing tone, and let's give me some ideas for some videos that I can create for directories based, for SEO. Top 5 directory SEO mistakes you're probably making. Beautiful. All right, let's go back to the tools. YouTube tag generator. That's awesome. If you've ever done a YouTube video, you have the option to put in tags. So I will take advantage of that. Video titles for YouTube are hard to come up with. This is super awesome. I'm definitely going to use that. Same thing. Video descriptions are hard. Going to use that. Video outline. That is really awesome. I can't wait to use that one. Sometimes I struggle with that too. YouTube video to blog post. Are you like this stuff? I'm literally seeing this in real time with you guys. I didn't get this far down the page. That is, I cannot wait to use that. I just recently started getting on Twitter. I cannot wait to use this. Video transcripts with AI. That's going to eliminate another tool that I was paying for. Blog post to YouTube video script. Self-explanatory, amazing. Another Twitter thing here. Facebook post. That's awesome if you are on Facebook. Another one for Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest. If you have a podcast, you can come up with a name, a title, an episode ideas, podcast appearance finder. Podcast appearance. Okay, this is cool just because I might be on as we speak, I might be on my first podcast here soon as a guest. Let's see here. Let's see if I put this in here. Let's just put WordPress. Yeah, this is awesome. Another thing this is going to do is I haven't heard of some of these podcasts, so I may go out and see if I can add these to my podcast player. There's a lot missing here. See what this fine print says here. May produce inaccurate information based on people, places, links. Yeah, make sure you always. Yeah, it's a good point with AI. Make sure you always fact check. Don't just, like I said, don't just copy paste. You got to really look at what you're doing there. I'm not sure. Maybe this one is for sure a WordPress podcast. I listened to a few times. I don't listen to it anymore, but that's definitely one out there. Interesting. All right, let's continue on. RightBlogger, if you're watching that, I would love to know, and I'll reach out to them too, actually, but I would love to know more about this because there's a lot of things that weren't found there. So maybe there's a reason. Maybe they are blocking that from AI tools. Maybe they're blocking from being discovered from AI tools. Sales tools. Oh, wow. Email subjects. Sometimes those are hard to come up with. Cold email, freelance proposal, freelance contract. Generate a contract using details about a project. Are you kidding me? Press release, slogan, ad copy, mission statement, calls to action. I'm not glazing over these because they're not useful or not meaningful. It's just I'm trying to find things that I'm going to use like as soon as I get off this video. Some of it just doesn't apply to me, but will obviously apply to some of you guys. Product name. This is huge for me. Product name, product description. Well, real estate listings. That's interesting. We could do, if you have a directory website for real estate listings, there you go. Or for cars, there you go. Productivity tool, summarizer, generate a short summary of text, YouTube videos and web pages. Translate, that's cool. Acronym generator, merge text, content filler, explain like I'm 5. That is awesome. Especially like in the work that I do, it's very techy. So explain it like I'm 5. Let's try that out. Let's do WordPress. No, let's do this. Let's do web server hosting caching. Let's do this one let's leave it in the default style. Explain like I'm 5. So let's quickly have a read at this. Imagine you have a friend who loves telling you stories. Every time you ask him to tell you a story, he has to go back and look for the book, open it, and find the right page. It takes time, right? Now imagine if he kept a copy of your favorite story in his pocket. When you asked him, he can tell you this. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. That's exactly what caching is. Oh my gosh. So now like when a client comes to me and they're like, or a potential customer, like let's say they want to sign up for the club's keys to hosting, and they're like, what is caching? Like I can just give them this. That is freaking sick. Okay. Expert reply helps you formulate text for, Haro. Yeah. If you're not familiar with Haro, it's a service for reporters where just check it out if you want to get into that whole scene. Check out Haro. Review generator, generate reviews for various platforms. That's cool. So if you need to go out and do a review for, like if I want to do a review for RightBlogger, which I'm absolutely going to do, I could come in here and do that. And I'm going to do that. Let's go interview questions. If you're going to interview somebody like maybe for a podcast, let's see, generate interview questions based on a job role. Okay, that's cool. You could probably do that for a podcast as well. Reverse it, use it for that. Make text punchier. That's pretty self-explanatory. Mid-Journey prompt generator. Let's check that out. If you're not familiar with Mid-Journey, that creates images. So let's just see what this thing does. Rainbows, unicorns. Let's do that in a writing style of fun and quirky and just see what happens. Okay, so this is really cool. So just with 2 keywords, they're going to give you a prompt that you can copy and then punch right into Mid-Journey, which is then going to create your AI images. All right, we're almost at the end of this, guys. Thank you for watching. Let's wrap this up here soon. Excel formula generator. Holy smokes, that's crazy. Let's see what it says here. Generate formulas for Excel, Google Sheets, or Airtable. So I use, in the club, I use Airtable and Google Sheets to create the MyListing worksheet. So I may want to dive into this. Calculating formulas, key features, generate formulas, customizable inputs, tailor. I'm going to have to dive into this, but this could be really, really useful for the MyListing worksheets. And last but not least, regex generator. That is going to be more advanced for you, most of the folks listening to this, watching this video. So I'm not going to get into that, but highly popular. If you've used Perf Matters, which is the performance optimization WordPress plugin, I use and recommend. #1 recommendation for that. They have regex options in there for targeting specific posts, pages, whatever, based on URL parameters, keyword parameters, that sort of thing. So that's where this could be helpful to come in there and help you figure out that regex stuff. Okay, it looks like they have a nice helpful video on this too right here, as they have for everything. And yeah. All right, guys, this is becoming, shortly is going to become possibly my favorite tool in my tech stack. Genuine excitement. Like I said, I'm an affiliate. Use my link. Don't use my link. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. That's not why I'm doing this. But feel free to use it or not. Like I said, super exciting tool. The guys are great, super responsive. They've been on podcasts here recently. That's how I learned about RightBlogger. The guy, one of the co-founders or founder, I think it's a solo founder. I think it's a co-founder, Ryan, seems to be a great dude. We share the same name, so he's got to be cool, right? Yeah, it just seems like a great company. Do a search for them on podcasts. Listen to some podcasts if you just want to keep finding out more information about this company before you sign up. But I would get in there. If you're not willing to take the leap right away, sign up for the free version and take it for a spin. I mean, I've shown you firsthand here the power of it. I'm not sure what a trial is going to do that I haven't already shown you, and then some. So definitely check it out. The main thing here, if take nothing else away, is to not be paralyzed when you're staring at your website and you're like, I have no idea what to blog about. And like say maybe you do have an idea, but you have no idea what the title is going to be. You have no idea what your outline is going to be. No idea what to say. No idea what your meta is supposed to be. What to do next? Go through that entire process. It doesn't just stop at creating the blog post. You create the blog post, you get it out on social media, you get it up on YouTube, you plan your content for the future. And as I showed you, RightBlogger is going to help you every step of the way with that. It's in my toolkit. Should be in yours, in my opinion, if you care about SEO and the content on your website. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next video. See ya.